Eden's Kids TV. I'm Pastor Jared, and this is my co-host,
the famous Dr. No.
We dropped the maestro again this week.
Well, you know, we're going a different direction, Pastor Jared.
That's great. We're just going to go the normal, just get through the...
Yes.
That's perfect. Well, we're going to go ahead and introduce our life app for today. It's the same as last week.
Yes.
If you remember, we're going to pop that up on the screen for the viewers at home. Our life app this month is creativity. Imagine what you could do because you are made in God's image.
I did that last week.
Do it every single time.
Because you're made in God's image. Just like God. He made us just like in His image.
He's creative, and we can be creative too.
Yes.
We're going to say that again here. We're going to pop it back up on the screen for everybody at home. Creativity. Imagining what you could do because you are made in God's image. So that is our life app for this month. And I seem to have misplaced my co-host. So we're going to...
Pastor Jared!
Well, I was just about to move.
Oh, no, you can't move on. See, I was thinking about our life app.
Mm-hmm.
And being the creative person that I am, I wanted to showcase, once again, my creativity.
With a rock?
Oh, Pastor Jared, this is not a rock. It's a stone. I know this is over your head, Pastor Jared, but it's a medium.
It looks like a big rock.
See, I told you, it's a medium is something that us artists use to sculpt, or it's a thing that we use.
And your medium?
My medium is
a stone.
Stone. Okay. All right, Pastor Jared.
So you're a sculptor.
Oh, I'm a sculptor, and so I've got an idea of what to do with my stone. All right, Pastor Jared, you're going to want to wear these.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. I've got to get my hammer out here. And you like my hammer, Pastor Jared?
I love it. It's great.
Okay. And get ready.
Like something the elves use at the
Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. It's a process. You find it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There it is, Pastor Jared. I call it rock.
Wow.
Wow is right,
Your
Pastor
creativity astounds me. Rock. By the famous Dr. No.
The famous Dr.
I'm
No.
sure that in just a few years we'll find this in the
Oh, well, you know, I was just out to Mountain Rushmore.
Yeah.
And there was stone everywhere, and it looked like faces.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yours doesn't.
Well,
but it looks like rock. I mean,
it looks.
It lives up to the name.
That's just a small part of my creativity. I can use stone, or Pastor Jared, I have also brought my second favorite thing to sculpt with, Play-Doh.
Oh, it sounds messy.
It's you know, do you ever get this in your carpet, Pastor Jared?
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll try not to make too big a mess as I get my Play-Doh out. Okay, all right, Pastor Jared. Now, as artists, as we sculpt, it takes time, and
we really don't have a lot of time.
Our minds are working. Okay. I'll do the quick version. Okay. Oh, Pastor Jared, this is going to be good.
I imagine.
There it is, Pastor Jared. I call it rock. Pretty good, huh, Pastor Jared? The creativity is running wild. Pastor Jared.
Rock.
And Pastor Jared, I've also learned to be a balloon sculptor.
Now that's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exciting.
So I brought a balloon, and I'm going to show you how I can.
You know, balloon sculptors use like long, skinny balloons.
Yeah, but they're not quite as creative as I am, Pastor Jared.
Okay, very few
we ready?
are.
Are we ready? Ta-da! I call it rock.
Okay.
Pastor Jared, the creativity juices are flowing.
Dr. No, you're one of the most creative people.
Oh, thank
I've ever
you.
known. I'm not sure that this particular display is reflective of just how creative you are.
Oh, it's creative.
But it is interesting to see rock in 3 different media.
There you go.
And so I do think we might be onto an exhibit here.
We are.
Speaking of onto things, we probably ought to move on to the next thing.
Okay, well, Pastor Jared, it has been a privilege, and as my creativity is flowing, I'm going to go find some more mediums.
You know, Dr. No, you're so creative, you could be creative with nothing.
Oh.
Why don't you go be creative with nothing?
Oh.
And we're going to move along.
Pastor Jared, I love your idea. You're a real thinker. All right, I'll be in touch.
All right.
Bye. See you, everybody.
You come up, and I can't wait to see what we do next here on Eden's Kids TV. All right, we're back again with our memory verse for this month. Our memory verse is found in Psalm 145, verse 3. Just a reminder, if you memorize this verse and say it to either Pastor Jared or Megan at church, we do have a special prize for you. It goes like this. Great is the Lord, and most worthy of praise. His greatness no one can fathom. And that is Psalm 145, verse 3. Let's say it one more time. Great is the Lord, and most worthy of praise. His greatness no one can fathom. Psalm 145, 3. Learn it, say it, hide it in your heart. Say it to Pastor Jared or Megan at church, and you'll get a prize. We'll see you soon.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. And now for an amazing story.
In today's lesson, we're taking a look at the book of Ephesians. Now, the book of Ephesians was actually a letter. It was a letter written by a man named Paul. You may know Paul's story. Paul was originally, he was called Saul, and he was really mean, and he did not like the Christians. But then he had an encounter with Jesus that changed his life. And he actually went on to become the man who started churches all over. And he was one of the driving forces in the growth of the early church. And as a part of that, when he would start a church and then he would move away, he would write letters back to them. And today in the book of Ephesians, it's actually a letter that he wrote to the church in Ephesus. And in chapter 2, verse 10 of Ephesians, we read these words. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Other translations of this say we are God's masterpiece or God's workmanship. And what this verse teaches us is that one, God made you and I in his own image. God crafted us with purpose. And what does it mean to have purpose? Well, the second part of this verse tells us that God, in advance, before we were even born, God prepared a world where there would be things that we needed to do, good works that we needed to accomplish, that you, wherever you are right now, you have a purpose that God put inside of you, and there's a world around you that you are created to impact. And we do that in a variety of ways, but God has already prepared those works for you, and that's purpose. Knowing that God has made things that you need to accomplish in this world. And maybe, many times, He's put things in this world that only you can accomplish. I have a friend of mine, his name is Burt Reynolds, and he has prepared in advance a great work, I am told. And so we're going to cut away to Burt to see his masterpiece. Welcome back to Average Piece Theater. I am Burt Reynolds, your host, actor extraordinaire. But what you may not know about me, though you may have seen my theatrical productions, is that I am also a poet. Yes, I am a wordsmith, the creator of lyrical masterpieces, And today I have created for you a true masterpiece. Now, as I was preparing today's poem, I will admit I had some blanks on the page, some pieces that were missing. But I reached out to my good friend Ellie. I knew she would have the words that I was unable to find, and of course she did. She sent back responses to my missing pieces, and we have created for you a true masterpiece. I would like to present to you our poem. Some say Ellie is like a donkey in the forest. The donkey has friends, but she has the morest. She keeps tacos in her locker. She can swim and can fall, it's no shocker. She even drummed last year in the chorus. Ellie's mom is a kind of lady. She said when Ellie was still just a baby, she loved a dirty Chewbacca stuffed animal so dearly that sometimes she nearly barked before sleeping all day. Still working on some of the rhyming, but Ellie could be a doctor or a chef one day. But at Eden's Kids TV, we hope she'll stay. With a heart full of joyness and a mind full of banananess, and with a bones always ready to play. Yes, I can hear your applause through the screen, and I thank thee for appreciating our masterpiece. Ellie, brava, 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 for filling in the blanks and helping me to create this wonderful poem. We thank you all for joining us today on Average Piece Theater. We look forward to seeing you again right here on Eden's Kids TV.
I draw really small pictures that nobody has drawn. I'm creative by using my imagination, and my drawings can also be very creative.
Before we end today, I want to take just a second and look at these flowers. Just in this small bouquet here, we have a variety of shapes, colors, and if you were to zoom in with a microscope, you would see little intricate details on each of these flowers, different for each of them, layouts and structures, cell structures that are different. And the thing about a group of flowers is that if you put them in any room, a dining room, a living room, or even a stinky locker room, it will make that room better. It will brighten it up. It will make it prettier. It will. And you know, also, if you've ever smelled a flower, there's a lot of unique smells in flowers, but it would make that room smell better as well. And that's because flowers were created with a purpose by God. They were created to look pretty. They were created to smell pretty. And they do their job because the things that God has made do what they were made to do. And that's where you and I, when we learn today that in Ephesians chapter 2 verse 10 says that we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works which God prepared in advance for us to do. We were created to do good works. And just like flowers do what they were created to do, we should do what we were created to do. The sun gets up every morning, and I know the earth revolves around the sun, but the sun comes up every morning in the sky and the moon comes up every evening in the sky. They do what they were created to do. Just like you and I need to do what we were created to do good works that God uniquely designed you and I for. You, watching this right now, you have a unique design that's unlike any design of any person who's ever lived or ever will live or is currently living. You are uniquely designed, and you're put in a unique point in history to do very specific things. And so, let's do them. God is creative. He made us in His image. Therefore, you and I are creative, and we can use our creativity to do good works. Thanks for joining us today on Eden's Kids TV. We can't wait to see you again next week.
Are you ready? Help me sing it now. 1, 2, 3, let's go. I was made to do amazing things. I know. I was made to be His hands and feet. I know. God made me to shine, makes me come alive, makes me wanna live my life for Him. God made me to shine, makes me come alive, makes me wanna live my life. Wanna dance all around. I wanna jump and sing out loud. And yes, the light I found, I just can't hide it now. I wanna shout it out to the world. God made me, yeah, and I'm unique, yeah. I wanna go wherever He will lead. I will go. Imagine all the possibilities. Oh, I know. God made me to shine, makes me come alive, makes me wanna live my life for Him. God made me to shine, makes me come alive, makes me wanna live my life. I wanna dance all around. I wanna jump and sing out loud. And yes, the light I found, I just can't hide it now. I wanna shout it out to the world. I am wired and wonderfully made by desire to sing His praise, shout it louder. I believe God made me to shine. I am wired and wonderfully made by desire to sing His praise, shout it louder. I believe God made me to shine. Oh, God made me to shine, makes me come alive, makes me wanna live my life for Him. God made me to shine, makes me come alive, makes me wanna